Do it like it's your B-Day.
Baby.
Oh, we live. Ooh.
Mm. Yeah, we live. We waiting on people to get up in here.
And we live on Twitter and
Uh,
YouTube.
yep, we live on Twitter. So I'm assuming we live on YouTube. Let's look. I like this so much better. I have to go ahead and be honest. I like this option. You know, sometimes stuff happens to send you in the right direction. Oh yeah. Okay.
What's today? Wednesday. Oh my gosh, Chicago PD.
now,
Hmm.
now here you go.
I have been missing. It's like I'm so far behind. I still need to watch BMF. I just didn't watch it because Lloyd watches it too. So we'll probably watch that in the morning. I think I'm all cut up from Monday. I haven't watched Law and Order from last week.
Oh my God. Okay.
I did watch that new episode of the first 48 though. I'm happy that came back on.
Hey, whoever is watching, shout out, shout out, shout out. Let rep your city in the comments. Let us know who you are. I'll put the chat thing on for a second. I put the what in the world? What happened to my shits now?
Oh my God.
What happened to my shits? Okay, I don't know what that was about. Hey, we trying to wait to get some people up in here, so y'all gotta be patient with us. You know, you gotta be patient. We got some good conversation tonight. Some good conversation. I was really in the process of pulling the list up so I could stay on task. And when I stay on task, you know, this is not Sunday church. This is not Sunday church. So, you know, I'm not trying to get off task.
Honey, I think I'm losing my hair again.
Okay, don't start this shit.
Ooh, I was in the shower. So much was coming out. I wanted to pick the shit up and put it back in. But I didn't know where it was coming from.
What you gonna gorilla glue it? Quit playing with. You silly. Ain't nothing wrong with your hair. It's probably just natural shedding. You know, they say we shed like 80 something strands a day or something like that. So I don't know. I might have to Google it. I
80
was
times.
like, damn. So we going bald every day?
Make me
Something.
want to go put some growth oil in my hair. Just put it in and rub it in. I'm gonna do it when we get off the show. It's taking me forever to get my fro back long, and it's finally getting back big. So
You was crazy. You really are crazy. You funny. You are funny. Y'all, where is everybody at? You know what? I tell you what I'm gonna do. Because this is, people might not. I did post it in the story, but look, we gotta let these people know.
I need to get another graphic that say YouTube and not Instagram.
What you talking about, honey?
So I can post it because I ain't even post that the show was today. But the graphic that I have
Oh,
Instagram.
okay, I'll send it to you. That ain't no problem. I just went on ahead and pressed live on this doggone Instagram because I'm gonna tell people we are on YouTube. Ransom Robes. Hey y'all, going over to YouTube. Me and Big Wit are doing Ransom Robes right now. So going over to YouTube. We are doing Ransom Robes right now. You can click the link in the bio. So I know y'all was used to us doing Ransom Robes on Instagram, but I had to move it to YouTube. They kept blocking me, so I don't have that to do. You know. I don't have that to do. Going over to YouTube. We doing Rants on the Road. So let's see. All right, honey, we about to get to this. Jada Pinkett.
Mm.
We about to get to this. We gonna go ahead and crack the egg.
I cracked the egg.
Yeah, we gonna go ahead and crack the shit open now.
I don't know. Jada is a beautiful woman, but she is disrespectful to her man when she keep putting their business out here for these red table conversations. You know, I don't know.
You know what, Jada? I don't know if she's. I like Jada, and no shade to Jada, but in the spirit of we just talking today, I don't know if she having a midlife crisis or what is exactly going on because she gonna stay in the headline, and it's always gonna have something to do with sex, some kind of scandal against Will Smith, honey. And enough is enough. Now I do think they kind of sensationalized the title a little bit this time, and I think that one or two things, clickbait, and then the other thing is she always got some shit going on, with her and that Will Smith. But I think they dragged it just a bit. And she was really just saying, about accountability. Like you can't expect your partner to know what you need, your needs. You can't expect them to read your mind. And with what they say, 25 years, I think they've been married. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. And so she tries to communicate as much as possible and hold herself accountable to be able to give him what he needs as well. Somebody said, "What did Jada do now? Someone go get Will out of there." Go ahead and go on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. I'm going to end this. But go ahead and go on YouTube. Click the link in the bio, and it'll take you there.
I get it, but still, she said it was hard. Like it's hard communicating what you want. It makes the intimacy, level difficult. But he could be feeling the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You want communication, like communication is a two-way street. So what are you saying to him and what makes communication difficult? Like, you have to almost elaborate on that to make us feel a certain type of way, because to me, all it seemed like she was saying is like he don't know how to connect with her on an intimate level that makes it make sense. So maybe this is where all of these entanglements come from or whatever. Like, who knows? But it's just her choice of words makes it easy for the clickbait. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't her first red table talk, so you already know how this go. Right. Every time she do something, on this kind of platform and whatever, it goes far like this for the blog. So it's not like at this point, she should be very well aware of what she's saying and what she's doing and all that. Like, I don't know. That's why I feel like it's just disrespectful to her husband, because it's like, all in all, it still makes it seem like he's the person who can't communicate with with her, and it's hard for her or whatever. Like, we don't get his side or his point of view. And when you're married, it's almost like certain shit you just should not have to, but you should not want to share with the public. Like, that's nobody's business. We already knew they were swingers. And then it made it worse when the stuff came out about August Alsina and the amount of time that she was with him and grooming him. I really just had this thought. Okay, so we was talking about it a little bit earlier, and I was like, if the role was reversed, it would be trifling, right?
Right.
About this man, everybody so pissed off at over the internet, who got with his goddaughter. I mean, even though August Alsina and Jada Pinkett didn't get married, they were still in a relationship. So August
with the big age gap.
Yeah. And it's literally almost the same thing. Oh, he was coming around when he was younger. The kids stay friends. You basically groomed him. This man fell in love with you, and boom. But then your ass sit at this red table with your husband and say, I mean, we was just entangled. It was nothing. Like his emotions was how he feel is not how I feel, and whatever. But it's still fucked up. So
Right.
it's like she just continued to use this platform to humiliate her husband. And that's the one thing about this that I don't like. Talk about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to be transparent, but some things you don't have to be transparent about, especially on the platform, which includes your mother and your daughter. Like, yeah.
I don't understand it, but again, I expressed to you earlier, we have a situation where they've been in the industry for a very long time, and a lot of stuff do I believe, in as much as it has truth to it, and it be coming out looking crazy. I think a lot of stuff is shock value. I really do. I think it's the truth, but for shock value because they've got to do something different. And they are a business. You could tell that family, the Smith family, they're not where they were at because they don't prioritize their brand and make business decisions regardless. So, but yeah, I mean, from me, from you and I looking at it, that's not something I would do. But we see every day. I mean, I wouldn't go on. It was a time when I was younger, when Love and Hip Hop first came out. I was like, I would love to get on that platform because so many people are watching it. And that's your time for eyes to see you. You know what I'm saying? Get known and then get off. But today, we fast forward years later, they couldn't pay me enough to be on that show. And they couldn't because they wouldn't pay me enough. You see what I'm saying? And so let's say they paid me something decent and I came on the show. I'm still going to be me and have sense, but I'm going to showcase who I am. So I wouldn't last on the show long anyway. Because we're not about to do this.
Drama, right?
No,
They
no,
don't
no.
like that. And when you look at it, that's across all reality TV, though. You know what I'm saying? Like Basketball Wives, the way that these women act on this television show, you wouldn't think they were wives. Like, who want their wives to, act like this or even have this image, especially across where so many people who wouldn't know who you were anyway, now can see you, and ultimately you're attached to this show because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, and that's the thing, and that's why when I talk about Jada and Will, it's like you really have to have this image differently just because you're married. Like, I don't know. Not to say you have to change who you are, but when you're in public and you're in the public eye, it's not just about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a representative of your family, a very big one, and a very probably one of the most important representatives, period. Because a lot of times, regardless of whatever, yeah, your husband might be the basketball player, but you do all of the stuff behind scenes, take care of the kids and all of this. So this image that you choose to get on TV or whatever podcast and portray, it's just unfortunate when we as women put our husbands and our children in uncomfortable and uncompromised situations as well, because kids can read. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though these people have young kids, when they get older, it's hard to get stuff off the internet.
Right.
And along with the internet come comments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now you have people who don't know you for real, feel like they know you enough to comment on your life. And a lot of the shit, most of the time, be negative. Very seldom do you get to see the positive comments. Somebody got to have died, or maybe it's somebody's birthday or something, till you see a post with a lot of positive comments on it. Other than that, you only gonna see what people say negative for most of the time. So when these kids Google this stuff and see this stuff, like, is this really what we doing for money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And just to exploit your relationship, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't shock me. We all knew that they were swingers when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? We knew they were swingers. It was out there. It was in the news. So it's like the more that comes out about their personal bedroom life, it's just like, y'all should have just left it at y'all was swinging. Like, We don't have to know this shit. I don't
You
know.
know, I mean, you know, of course she denies that, but I guess we know they're in the open relationships for sure. They do what they gonna do.
Right.
And
If Tupac was here, it wouldn't even be in him. She'll
yeah,
be with Tupac and probably monogamous. Who knows?
who does know? But you know what I do from your standpoint and my standpoint, I agree. But then I play devil's advocate and I look from their standpoint, right? So to be honest with you, okay, so my thing is not about comments per se. Okay, it's about energy. You got to be careful of opening yourself up to other people's energy. So when they're putting their criticisms and emotions into your shit, that's still energy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's energy that you don't need to absorb
Right.
because it will manifest into something ugly into your life. But I think they take the standpoint where that's social media, that's that world. I turn it off, ignore the comments, and I can continue to do what I want to do and make this money. So I think they adopt a certain amount of cognitive dissonance to be able to
After
move
it's
forward.
already them affected them. How many people do we see say the comments on some shit or something fucked them up and they had to learn how to ignore social media?
Yeah,
Lizzo out with this confidence bigger than anybody's confidence I have seen in a while. And at the end of the day, she got praised for it, right? Remember when Lizzo
right.
first was hot, she was playing that flute and was in all the award shows and people fucked with Lizzo. The more people started to acknowledge her and fuck with her, the more she started to show her ass until she was
Literally.
damn near completely naked. No, this is literal. I'm not saying
Yeah,
show your ass as clown. Like come out in public and be naked.
right.
Her confidence, my confidence to the point where now you're basically naked, I guess. I don't know. Maybe was she completely naked when people, I don't remember. But you did this, said you didn't care, and turned right around the very next day and was crying on social media. That's the one thing I fucking hate. I hate when people get on social media with their tears. Like, who literally had time to hold the camera and cry? I can remember the last time I cried. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I try to go back to whatever, like, at a time, whenever. But the last time I cried, I'm very sure that I was not thinking, let me grab my phone and go live so these people can have this same emotion with me or whatever. Like, what are we doing here? So
Right.
it's not even just Lizzo. Like everybody who holds the camera and cry, that is a cry for help to me. That's the worst ever thing you can do to want people to believe that something is really wrong with you because at this point, like where is it coming from? So the fact that she did get on social media and cry after you have built this whole standard of confidence made no sense to me.
Because
So
now we see you witness this woman breaking down because she wants you to buy into the fact that she's confident.
exactly. Yeah.
And when you criticize her, you're not buying into it. Now it hurts her feelings. At the end of the day, like we really have to, it's not my job or anyone's job. Let's say that it's not anyone's job to make other people like them. Okay. It is your job to love yourself. You've got to love yourself and you've got to be confident. And you also have to know and be confident in knowing that it might not, it's a possibility. More often than it's not true, but there is a strong possibility you might be the only one that loves you. And you got to be good with that. You know what I'm saying? We've got to stop buying in to needing to be co-signed because I would get with that if that translated into us taking care of our communities. You know what I'm saying? Stop
Right.
going out showing our fucking asses and creating chaos. And,
Right.
and and let's not, we don't never talk about how a lot of us go out and see us and be like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about to be some bullshit. So I mean, let's really get real with the shit because a lot of people get mad at this type of stuff when you say this, But again, nobody is patting my pocket, so I can say what I want to say. So we're going into our own areas. Now we say let's stay by our own, right? Let's go to our own schools. Let's do all of this, and do we're always pro-black in the form of a hashtag tag in a post, but in real life, you ain't trying to buy my shit, like my shit, share my shit.
No, the
You ain't,
support is very
yeah.
slim.
You're not trying to leave no review. Then when we go out, you showing your ass. You might even try to embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going out in our own neighborhoods, kind of, we got to make sure we locked our cars and added the alarm. And then every once in a while inside the house, we peeking out the motherfucking window, making sure ain't nobody trying it, you know what I'm saying, to trip the alarm and shit like that. This is the type of stuff that we have to do with our own people. So my thing is, it can't be selective with getting others to buy into our confidence, because if we're going to take that route, let's be productive within that and start having pride for who we are as a people. You know what I'm saying? Pride shouldn't come in the form of a hashtag in a post and then we shut our phones off, we put them in the drawer and we go to bed at night and we get up and continue to do more fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
Not fuckery, but
yeah,
right.
it should be a lifestyle, not a hashtag. Make it a lifestyle, not a hashtag. I'm gonna say that one more time.
It's just a
lifestyle,
whole,
not a hashtag.
Like your esteem shit, because social media, you get people out here that get on social media and see people living a certain type of way or looking a certain type of way, and they want to look like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is really not for everybody. Like, it's some stuff out here people can wear. Like, you got the people out here. I think it'd be so cute when them girls be wearing them shirts and they be stopping right here and they be skinny, flat stomachs. And over the summer, I saw that trend. I thought it was so cute, the little half tops. I can't go out here in a half top. I can wear a crop top. As long as it's going to cover up, if I might raise, it might be a little crop, that's fine. But anything that's got to squeeze me, it's not happening.
Baby, I'm not, I can't come out no sports bra. Right.
No, hell no. Things like that is not for big wit. That's the thing. I know my limits. But it's some people out here that will see other people do it, feel like their confidence is big. I got to have the confidence. I have to do it. And they don't really have it. So now I've had this social media influence, and this influence is the same thing that's tearing me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people aren't strong enough to really take that. And it's unfortunate, especially for our kids growing up, in this social media era. It's like, we as parents, we have to teach our kids to be better and to do better and to not even, go down this rabbit hole, because it's just so many adults that spiral out of control over it. And then it's just fucked up that it's like, it's these celebrities. Like, look at the shit with the whole post where Sidney Starr was talking about her and Darius McCrary is just friends. Now,
that was a let's talk about that.
Let's take a step back. Remember last week when we talked about this shit, I told you that that's what the wife should have did. Remember the fiance, I said if she was gonna really do damage control, she should have came out and made it into they was doing some kind of role, they was working together on some kind of project, blah blah blah. That was never said. We're a whole week in, and all of a sudden y'all just friends, y'all working on some shit and blah blah blah. Bitch, I ain't got one friend I can go and kiss in the mouth, this motherfucker grope my ass, he looking in the camera, y'all. No. So I don't understand why, but that's the social media influence. You know what I'm saying? How bad did social media just even influence this situation? Here this bitch want to be happy. She out here with Eddie. They doing good. Now all of a sudden, social media is coming down on Eddie, and he probably had the gun on the other side of the camera.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm in total agreement with you on this. She was on the Real or something like that, talking about it, and like, no, like you said, just friends, we really cool, and something about some support shit and all this, and they sitting on they trying to be politically correct on the show, like, yeah, we agree. No, fuck that. You meant what you said. Y'all was seeing each other. Y'all was in a relationship.
Exactly, because that's
Nah,
not the first time she has said that either.
and it
Like,
don't. She ain't gotta say shit. We seen the video.
exactly. And that's what it just is. It's baffling to me, and it should be. It's like these people prove this shit for social media. I would not give a rat's ass what anybody had to say about me, especially people who can't pick up the phone and call me directly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Why? What are we putting on for people? And it's so fucked up for Sidney because this is where people's confidence be broke. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been fucking around with each other for years. That's probably over with now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just fucked up for her. Because you identify as a girl. I'm sure at this point Sidney puts marks girl on everything or whatever. This is where you at in life. He should respect you. You should not have to be with anybody who don't respect you and what y'all got. Mm-hmm. This is some shit, even though it's not in the media every day. This did not just come up. You know, it's probably unfortunate for people who did not see this before, but I'm sure it's Googleable, if Googleable is a word. But you can Google it. It's there. It's been years. So I say, look at Sidney making this video talking about they just friends and they working on a project. Girl, ain't no fucking project coming out because this project is long. They've been working on this damn project for so long. Where's the budget or something? Like, is they doing this shit out of their pockets?
It don't matter. Listen, we see what we need to stop doing now. I see we getting into the age that people is really exercising this, pissing on you and telling you it's rain type shit. We see it with our own eyes. You can't make us unsee that. So it's nothing that can be said because what I seen, like you said, I don't know no friend I'm doing that to.
No.
And the way they was doing it, that's deeper than friends.
Yeah, no.
That y'all was feeling that. Y'all was in the moment with that. And this fiance, is that even real? Do he really have a fiance or did he pay somebody $75 to say they was a fiance? You see what I'm saying?
Because your fiance was going to do damage control. Like, no, they working on a project. Like, it wouldn't have took all of this for Sidney to come out and say it. That would have been that they friends. They doing this project. It's called X, Y, and Z. You know, I know that they blah blah blah. Whatever. It just would have been that. I just can't believe Sidney is allowing fucking Eddie Winslow to do this. Like, at this point in real life, Sidney Starr is the bigger fucking celebrity than Eddie Winslow. So why is you letting this D-list motherfucker play you, Sid? Like,
he probably start popping again when people found out he was married to Corinne Steffens. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So,
like, because that book was so full of everybody. This bitch was just getting married for a motherfucking place to stay check. She's still fucking everybody. That's probably, you know what?
It could have been an arrangement.
I was just about to say, the fact that Eddie Winslow is even still a topic of conversation, I'm just over it. Like, I'm like, why did Sidney even do this? Like, I was so mad. When I sent that shit to you earlier, I was so mad. Like, and then did you see the comments? Everybody in the comments like, girl, like, nobody believes this shit. See, like, why? And this is where you know Sidney is unproblematic, right? Because had that been me, I would have been like, fuck you. Mm-hmm. Like, you come out with a video and say it was a fucking project. Like, no, he would have been fucking set. I want to know, I don't even do the Zodiacs, but I want to know what Zodiac is Sidney Starr because it can't be my sign. Cause
a very patient one, shit.
Got to be, because my motherfucking sign is a sign of some shady, quick, witty ass motherfuckers, okay? So it's no way in hell you was gonna convince an Aquarius to come out with this fake ass video, like.
But you know what, real shit though, Eddie Winslow Eddie Winslow is looking like a real wild boy out in these streets when you think about it, because you was married to Corinne Steffens.
Yeah.
Listen, this is no disrespect to Corinne Steffens, okay? But we gotta keep it 1,000 on this show, because that's how I like to do. Okay. In a real life setting, there is no man on the planet that would want to put a ring on Corinne Steffens' finger. I'm sorry. Well, shit, arm probably where her shit could be stretched out. Anyway, finger, and call them a wife in public. The only dude that's doing that was the simp in high school nobody paid attention to. That's the only type of
Eddie Winslow. What the fuck? Wasn't that his role? The simp in high school? Like, girl.
This is what
you just proved this point.
Exactly. So it came full circle.
And she was still in the back, all of these video shoots, doing what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if real talk, because we got to be real on here, whatever, people do whatever, but the way they acting about it, it would make sense why he would marry Corinne, because in his mind, anything is better than me being who I really am. You know what I'm saying? So I'll even marry her for the front. Think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that Eddie Winslow is a wild boy out in these streets. He used to be married to Corinne Steffens. And, I'm not going to say it because I still got kids, up. But y'all know what she's known for. If not, Google her. And you say what?
I said, you said if not, Google her.
Yeah, and then, hell, then she with, he was Sidney Starr. So, and even with that shit, like if there was a male Corinne Steffens, the public would crucify him. You see what I'm saying? Just like you said, that Jada Pinkett, the shit she get away with, Will wouldn't. The stuff that Corinne Steffens has gotten away with, there is no male on the planet that can get away with it. They would orally crucify the male version of Corinne Steffens, and if they probably would real life crucify his ass if they could. But because most people don't, they keyboard thugs, they gonna orally crucify. So
oh my God. Sidney Starr is an Aquarius. Oh no, not Sidney.
Oh no. Oh,
right.
No.
We're gonna have to have a conversation because it's no way Sidney did this.
Baby, listen, we gonna put it in the clout box. I'm not necessarily saying clout on her part. That's not where I'm going. But I'm just saying we're gonna put it in the clout box and just shove it to the side, honey, because it's not gonna make sense. But yeah, I mean, I think at some point we're going to have to get to where we are taking accountability that women do not, they have gotten very delusional, and they're not willing to admit that we get away with a lot of bullshit that men cannot.
Too much.
And the one thing, far too much. And the one thing we want to be able to get away with, like men, is to be able to sleep with whoever and how many men that we want to. And physically, that's not a good idea. Your body will be worn out. You'll be toe down, and you'll be looking like somebody sucked all the energy and blood out of you. Keep doing that shit, because you over here swapping spirits with everybody, is tethering on your soul, and you are going to lose. Just keep on with that shit. But see, we want ridiculous rights. Shit, I just want us to get to the point that the stuff that we're fighting for is helpful for us moving forward in life.
Yeah, because some of this shit don't even make sense. Like, it don't. And it, like what you were saying about the community, like, I try to support Black businesses, and I've said it before, you know what I'm saying? Like, people ask for good customer service, but you also have to be a good customer. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people be really fucked up out here, and that's crazy. But I'm not that kind of customer. I feel like I am very patient too, especially when I order stuff online, because
Yeah.
I understood that through this pandemic, shit's a little slow. I was
Right.
still getting my mail too. And at that time working for the news and having people call in and say how they haven't gotten their mail in days and stuff. So, I mean, I get it. But some of these people are horrible. They don't respond to you. You want to get a refund. They don't want to give you one. They want to block you on social media. All this shit, like, very much unprofessional. Just like the community, like you don't want to get out there and clean the community. You don't want to do nothing to make it feel better. Okay, whatever. But you also can't be out here littering or watching people litter or knowing people like that. You'll have people who knowingly know that people in their family are like killers and murderers and thieves and shit like that, and they'll do whatever they can to protect them or whatever. But it's like you look down on the next person, or you're not trying to help, or just do nothing about it, and it's just fucked up in our community. And it's like a lot of this is learned because of social media, and people see these lifestyles and they want to live them, and meanwhile these people are unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Look at Fallon and Simon. Fallon was introduced to the world on Real Housewives, and you would have thought that girl was the happiest. She about ready to fight Latoya because Latoya was talking shit about everything. Like, but deep down inside, she's really sad. She said Simon was a narcissist and all of this. But why show this different front on social media? Like, at what point are we trying to prove this shit to us or them?
To
You know what
us.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's to
but
us. Yeah.
no, I'm
Well, it's
saying us
both,
as
I think.
ourselves or them as in the public
Yeah, I
when we
think
get on
it's
social
both,
media
really.
like that. But it's like our community, we do nothing to change. You know what I'm saying? Like even this, like commenting on it or seeing it or whatever. Nobody is gonna take their platform on a bigger platform and do anything for change. And that's what's fucked up. It's only important when it's a camera in your face. When reality TV comes in, okay, boom, everybody's protesting, everybody's there. You see that shit. Very rare do you see celebrities really posting that they're out here doing things for a change.
So
And it's
Ti,
just
no, I was gonna say Ti and Tiny, they're building affordable housing in Bankhead.
that's good. I saw that.
Yeah.
That's good. It looked like a building they making, like a
Yeah.
public housing building, and that's really good. When I saw that, especially with the amount of negative press that they get, to finally see them in the news for something good, I really like that for them. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
I
they
do too.
family. But one thing about them, Harris's, they gonna get some generational wealth together. Like them kids is definitely set. Like they kids for a while is set. Just off of the stuff that they've established, and the places that they're putting their kids, the doors that they're opening for them, and the bags that they're starting to get on their own. So I shout out to them because they definitely doing it.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely. But to your point, what you were saying before that, this is the perfect timing to launch something like that because they are getting such negative press,
Yeah, but shit like that don't just come overnight. You know
No,
what
it
I'm saying?
don't.
Like they've been working on permits. They probably been getting all of that stuff behind the scenes. And now that it's finally in process of groundbreaking and all of that is news. But I don't know, like all of that shit in social media, it's crazy. I'm so sick of this Boozy and Little Nas X.
Oh my God,
And
yes.
then Big Frida put her little comment out, but it's like to me, um, okay, just like this. You got the situation with Boozy and Little Nas X, and then you got the situation over here with Dave Chappelle and the transgenders at Netflix.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Frida speaks out for Boozy. Who gives a fuck? Y'all from the same area. But Caitlyn Jenner speaks out in defense for Dave Chappelle. That's something people is interested in, especially a
Yeah.
motherfucker running for governor that don't seem so up on black people anyway. And Caitlyn made a very valid point, especially if you watched the special. the special started off with how fucked up the cancel culture is. And this was just the example that he used. So I was very happy to see, you know, Caitlyn Jenner stand up for Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the chick that orchestrated the Netflix walkout, she's under fire for tweets from 10 years ago. They're calling it racist and misogynist. You know, on both ends, these games are exhausting. It really
Very
is.
much.
I mean, because why the fuck is y'all going 10 years back in the archive? Like, who has this type of time?
Dave Chappelle had somebody do it because this bitch not gonna ruin my life. But that's how shit go. People have no time anyway because boom, look at what they did to Kevin Hart and all the rest of them who get busted about old ass tweets. So it's not like it's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy because I'm sure we all got some shit out there. Well, you know, I probably do shit out there. I'm not
I don't give a fuck.
I don't say things like the most. I just talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I don't say a lot either, but
yeah, so I mean, it might not be anything that could come back to bite me in the ass. I think if people like dug up my old tweets and even my current tweets, they just probably gonna be like, she posted a lot of crazy, funny shit, or things that might not be funny to people. Who knows? But sus, and I'm glad. Like I don't be for that whole exposing people.
yeah.
But some people really be forgetting where the fuck they come from and what they really stand for. Like, bitch, sit the fuck down. Like, I feel like Netflix need to just fire all of them and hire me. I mean, not hire me for all their jobs, but it's gonna be openings. You know what I'm saying? So shit, just hire me.
Right.
It's people out here, you know, I don't know. But this literally proves the point that Dave Chappelle made in that special. And I don't know if people see it, but
they couldn't have, because what would you be mad about?
Yeah, because this is literally what he says. The cancel culture is whatever. And people in the LGBTQ community have more rights than Black people. Like, remember he was talking about his friend, like, you literally, it's crazy. It's crazy as fuck. So I'm happy to see it's people out here in that community, whichever of the acronyms you identify by. I'm glad to see so many people take up for him as well, because it's just like, that's crazy as fuck. Like, people really can't have free speech anymore, you know?
Oh yeah, it's crazy all the way around. It's crazy.
That's
all
why
the way
DP
around.
want to get back on social. You know what? Did you see that comment from Aunt Viv that was saying
about Alex Baldwin?
I said, Auntie Viv, one thing about her, it's like at this point we kind of see why she was kicked off the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, because she crazy.
She's definitely messy. But Aunt Viv ain't saying shit that people is not thinking. That's the problem.
No, go ahead.
No, because the baby Trumps was selling that shirt, remember?
Listen, so when I first seen her thing, I was like, "Ooh, that's outrageous." I didn't even think about that, right? But then what was like, damn, she might be on to something, is when they was brought up Donald Jr. or one of the motherfuckers in that T-shirt, like guns don't kill people.
Yeah,
Alex Baldwin does.
Yeah, but that was already out when I read that post. I had already seen the whole T-shirt thing, so it didn't even take me a while to kind of put two and two together. Like, damn, that's a plausible, thing. Especially because it's just like the more they talk about it, the more it comes out that it was a prop gun turned into a loaded gun because they was doing target practice and blah blah blah, and it's just crazy for Alec because at the end of the day, this is something he's going to always have to live with, the fact that he was responsible.
Yeah, and that's not fair.
Killing this girl. Exactly. When he really wasn't responsible.
Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you have somebody carry such an emotional burden? You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
then
why
turn around and profit off of it selling T-shirts and shit?
Like how sick can you be? You know what I'm saying? But I know we are very delusional as a nation, but I think most people, from what I've seen, are not holding him responsible. Me personally, my feelings on that situation is it's very unfortunate on both ends. It's unfortunate that someone lost their life and the family members of that person lost them. And it's unfortunate that he has to now bear the burden of the fact that he accidentally killed someone.
Life. Yeah.
Like, what
And
type of
critical
world?
injure somebody else.
What
Because
type of
the
world do we
bullet
live
went
in?
through her and struck somebody else. Mm-hmm.
What
It's
kind of
just
world
it's
do we
a
live in?
lot to that story because she wasn't an actress. She wasn't an actress. She was like a photog director or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So why was you pointing the gun at her anyway?
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did you get the gun and it accidentally went off? Like, how did the gun get pointed at her anyway? Like, what was going on? So it's just I have
We're not in the house. I'm listening. Go ahead.
So it's just it really does seem like a setup. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah.
Now I don't know. Like, I think somebody is gonna go down for this. Is it gonna be Alec Baldwin? No. Like you
I
said,
hope
people.
not.
Yeah, I don't think people really not holding him responsible. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was like the EP and all of that, you know, it's his film and all of that. It's somebody else is responsible, or should I say somebody is responsible for that? Even the people that like unloaded the gun and all of that shit. Like all of that, something is wrong with that picture. I really hope that these people really investigate, get to the bottom of it. And if this was how Aunt Viv and all the rest of us feel like it was, I hope that person really goes down because that woman was a wife. She was a mother. You know, you go to work and now boom, you die.
Right, you just
You
can't be
imagine?
tearing people's lives up like that for your own
Yeah.
amusement, for your own aha moment. Like, I got you. No, you can't do no shit like that. That's
I wonder
crazy.
how that script
Them
went. Like,
niggas.
say this was a setup situation, right? So say in this scene, Alec Baldwin was supposed to shoot himself. You know what I'm saying? And y'all didn't put up a real bullet in his gun. So when he shoot himself, now he killed himself. Oh, it was accidental on set. Like, so it makes me wonder, like, who was that bullet really meant for?
Right.
You know, like little shit like that. Basically.
Yeah. This stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, this is the
Hollywood.
type of craziness.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just like the older I get and the more that I see these shenanigans, it really makes me not want nothing to do with them. Like that life. Like, people be so wanting to be in that shit and
And look at where it get him.
ooh, it's like they
I think
living in
her
some hell.
son is like Tyler, like couldn't be no older than like 6 or 7 or younger. Like this
Oh my
is
god,
crazy. Yeah.
that is crazy. That is crazy. And she had a husband too, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So how is that? Look how many lives are affected with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's fucked up for him because it's like murderers, people. I mean, I'm sure it's people out here who don't kill people on purpose. Everybody is not just a murderer. Some people is doing time for accidental deaths or protecting themselves or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But in his case, like this literally, well, from how we are receiving it through media now, it's from his point of view was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something he literally has to live with for the rest of his life. That dog cannot sneeze like a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit,
Honey, I don't know. I don't know if he's sneezing or he's hacking. And then this is another problem that I've got an issue with, right? Why did Chase scratch another hot spot into his head? Like, I'm trying to take you to the groomer, sir. You are stressing me out. These allergies that he had, you know, he was on them antibiotics for his ear infections. He's done with all his
Right.
medication. But
Did
you
you
know,
you need to put that comb back on him?
remember he destroyed both of them. I gotta get one.
Oh my God, Chase.
If Jay don't come get Blue, I gotta mute my mic again. Hold on.
Oh my God. Y'all, basically, as a society, y'all, we got to do better. You know, we can't let social media influence us, especially when it's in a negative light. We can't be out here, especially letting motherfuckers like Eddie Winslow play us or people, you know, of such. I'm happy that it's finally looking up for T.I. and Tiny though. I was happy to see that on social media. I
Oh
the
my
rest of that
god.
shit with that. Oh, excuse me, I had to yawn real quick. I lifted my arm up. I think my body thought I was stretching. Shit, God, that gym is something else. Trying to be healthy, I don't understand. That's I really honestly think that social media is pressuring me to lose weight, or maybe it's
Oh
because
my
I did my
god.
clothes. But this whole healthy lifestyle shit, like, oh, it is so draining. I bought these shakes, these protein shakes, the little
Mm.
Walmart ones. I did not expect it to be so thick. I thought it was spoiled. I
I'm
thought
about
it
to
was
throw
like
up.
a drink. Lloyd said, no, it's supposed to be thick like that. I said, you know what? I'm going to have to make this shit into a smoothie. So I poured it in the blender and put some fruit and some cucumbers in there. And I had me a little smoothie.
Honey, because that sounded real nasty and tea. Oh my
No,
god.
good. Oh, yeah, that it was thick like that?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I said, shit, this was a waste of my money. Just trying to be healthy. Replace my 4 slices of bacon and eggs in the morning with a protein drink and smoothie. Oh my God, this is good. Oh my God. Not the doorbell chime, and then you tried to put it on mute. Honey.
Oh, I wasn't even doing it for that. I was putting on mute so y'all wouldn't hear me yelling.
Oh my God.
So you said not to get you know there's always some shit going on. He about to go get that dog, but this is real life, honey. This is how life is. So Tammy Roman posed this,
Here we
and
go.
and she says, if you met the perfect mate, I mean, you really feel this is the one. Then they ask you to be part of a polygamous relationship with 2 other women, all bills paid, car paid off, and a $2,500 a month stipend, with Tuesdays and Thursdays as your relationship days. Would you share? People in the comments like, where do I sign up?
It sounds stress free to me. I don't know if at this point in my life, I'm already married. My husband, he would never ask that. So I really don't have a true comment on that. But to me, it sounds stress free. At the end of the day, some of these people are trying. You know what? Oh, see, he's watching now. So the thing with that is that sounds perfect for people like Jada Pinkett Smith, whatever her name is. People who don't want to be cooped up in a relationship under their man all the time. Some people who need a break.
Mhm.
Whatever. It sounds perfect. Bills paid, motherfucking stipend. I only got to deal with your ass 2 days out of 7.
Why was some people talking about how many hours out of Tuesday and Thursday?
Damn, now I couldn't even do the whole 24. Shit. See, and that's the thing. But I think I did see the comment that said, I saw the comment that said, people out here doing it for free anyway.
Yes. Oh my God. What was that about?
I said the devil is so busy.
honey, we funny. But then there was some people like, no, I can't share.
No, I don't think I could necessarily share if like it just depends on what sharing calls for. Because if you think we about to be out here having unprotected sex and stuff like that, like that's just really crazy. It goes also back to what y'all was talking about this past weekend on Love and Success when it comes to kissing and all of that. Like I couldn't be for real intimate with this person. So ultimately, you're not the one. You know, we just making this relationship work because it's working for the both of us. All my bills
Mm-hmm.
is paid and I'm getting a stipend. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
I think that that's good for a career woman that really want to, go after her career, and so she has other people to split the responsibility with, and then her man, she don't have to feel no type of way because she's working. But then at the same time, I don't think that on his end he would sign up for that reason because that's solely beneficial. That's more beneficial for her than it is for him.
yeah, but you can't have no kid.
Right. So he
You
would
know
probably have
what I'm saying?
kids with. That's why I say the businesswoman, because one of those the two other women, one of the two or both, probably would have the kids.
But nobody could have a kid. Imagine being a single mother 5 days out of the week when you know your man is out fucking entertaining the next broad. And $2,500, how many kids are you gonna have? One kid and $2,500 is probably pushing it. Depending on how you budget and what you gotta do and all of that, especially when you say kids, because these motherfuckers grow. You gotta buy wardrobes every season. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
and you got to take care of you. Okay, bills are paid, but it's still, you got to buy essentials. You got to eat. You got to look a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's not like $2,500 is a lot. You feel me?
Hmm.
So depending on how you invest or how you save and whatever, one kid should be enough. You know what I'm saying? Imagine
Hmm.
having multiple kids or whatever. This woman's gonna have to work
Right.
to,
That's what I'm
to
saying.
take care of the kids.
The twenty
So
five
if
hundred. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the 2,500 will only be beneficial if you working. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because then
Yeah.
that's extra money.
Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
not raising kids.
Right.
You're not worried about that extra expense. But when you factor in having a kid, one kid, or two kids, however many kids, that puts you at being a single mother for 5 days a week because your man is being spread out across his bitches.
Right.
So that's it only works in half situations. I mean, people now they see their husbands however many times a day, a week, or whatever, and then don't work for them. So imagine voluntarily really sharing, and that's what when the comment was like, people do it anyway. It's That's why I laugh because people do. Men out
Hmm.
here is cheating, women's cheating too, but it's not like this is my life. I stay here with this person, and I barely go home. It's a different dynamic, and it really will only work if your life is a stress free, carefree life. I ain't got no kids. I'm not working. You my man. And I'm living this life of luxury. Cool. Shit.
Well, I
Like the
think
Aquarius in me is kind of like, that is good, but no, it's not good, to be honest.
it's really about your priorities. I think a lot of times we look at relationships in the standpoint of everything we have to gain, or we look at it in the standpoint of everything we have to lose. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women are single because they feel like the L's outweigh the gains. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, you can't be in a relationship looking for how you solely benefit, like your benefits have to be priority, because the truth is a real relationship for the long haul is some sacrifice. Now some people do sacrifice more than they should have to, but you gotta know just on the norm GP is you gotta sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And that's why so many people are signing up for relationships, because we're in a society that does not believe in sacrifice. Everything is about your convenience, and we have stuff like Amazon and all other type of shit that reinforces that behavior. You know, So we want to do our relationships like we do prime delivery, and honey, that's not happen. Not successfully. Not from the long haul.
I think, I don't know. It's just relationships. You really got to get with somebody who understands you. I think so many people rush into relationships and they form these ideas off of what people they see or hear and all of that. And you know what, to be honest, I really feel like in my own experience, before you even sign up to be in that shit, that's not the person for you. But motherfuckers be wanting to give people the benefit of the doubt and all that. And I'm motherfuckers. So I know. It's just I think it's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a girl who is in a polyamorous relationship, I guess. She's married, but they have a girlfriend, and the girlfriend live with them. Like, they all live together. So it's ultimately like, yeah, we sharing, but it's not like, we all playing our role, basically. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, like, I mean, whatever works for you, works for you. It's just, what do y'all tell them kids that stay there too? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it now both of us as mommy? Like,
our friend live with us.
Yeah, so I feel like when it comes to having kids too, like, that's why I say, like, you can do stuff like that, but having kids makes it more difficult. But in their situation, I feel like it works because they're all under one roof.
Family matters. Who was the lady that was staying with them?
Jackie mama, Judy mama, or whatever. Wasn't that the sister? Rachel? Yeah, that was Rachel. That was Ricky mama. Where the fuck was Judy mama? Was Harriet Judy mama too?
I think so, but what I'm saying is it was two women living up under that roof.
The family Rachel. It was the boy mama, Ricky mama. Wasn't that
you see
Harriet?
What I'm saying? I think so, but you see
and
what I'm
the
saying?
mama lived there. Mama Winslow, she stayed there.
Black people always got people living with them. Now we put that in a TV show back in the day. Grandma staying there, auntie, like.
I mean, but on not step by step. What's the one with Mary Kay and Ashlee where they was both playing the one role?
Oh yeah, they did the same thing. That was the white version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two uncles was staying there.
Yes, and the motherfucker had kids and all kind of shit.
They was right. He had a whole wife and kids.
Yes.
Like, why they all
was deep in
there?
Yes.
How many rooms could that bitch have had? Because it was 100 kids.
I mean, they was living in San Francisco. Shit, they had that guap. What was the name of that show?
Fantasy fucking Island. It was called Full House.
Yeah, Full House. Definitely. I should have knew. Full House. Shit, definitely.
Yeah, they was literally.
Oh my God. Man. Remember Three's Company? They was all living in that apartment? Like,
yeah, did they have something going on, like, subliminally?
I think the man was just a flirt. He had his own, because he used to have women coming over there too. He was always
touching them up at night.
Yeah, he was always trying to fill on them and shit. I miss that kind of TV. But yes, to me,
that shit was inappropriate.
The fact is, all them TV shows be having. You know what's crazy now that I think about it? Oh my God, this was me stereotyping. I'm not even gonna say it. This is where the Lord was like, "Shut the fuck up." Okay, Lord, I hear you. I hear you. My God. But yes, I do miss that TV. But yes, Family Matters was like that. We will move people in. That's the one thing. Niggas. And then you know what be crazy too? It's only sometimes when that shit actually work. Because it be extra people. Like, what the fuck are you here for? Like, why are you in my space and shit like that? Like, I don't know.
I done had so many people live over here, honey. I can't even. I can't.
Fun though. I was.
You called yourself out to the front of the congregation and said,
well, everybody know I stayed over the garage. Not mine. Shit started from the bottom. Now we here. Hell, I do not mind. Hell, I lived over the garage. I had me a nice loft It was very fun. I did my thing. That bitch was set up like a mini studio apartment. It was 2 beds in that motherfucking TVs. Remember, Byron came up there for the first time after like 2 years. It was shots. He was like, I ain't to get this much shit up here. Oh my God, that shit was so funny. That fucking house has so many memories, man. Byron is funny as fuck. When he said he was gonna put that on air sign up, I fucking screamed. You were so mad too, but I think you could not help but laugh because how not to laugh at that shit? Because he was so fucking serious too. Oh my God.
Oh my God. He's always acting a fool, honey.
That blowhorn. Yes, I did love staying over the garage.
Honey, when Felicia first came over here and I opened the door, Chase ran out and ran down the street, and I took off chasing with my Gucci loafers on. And she said, bitch, did you just go chase that dog in your church shoes?
What is they like, a peanut butter color or something?
So they black. But look, she was tickled. She was tickled. And I'm like, this is just a Tuesday. Like, Chase used to always run.
I remember when I first came over there. I think that's when you had that party. Remember you kept telling me like your friends was mild. You used to be like, I really think you really thought I was like off the hook. Like, please just calm down. Don't be yourself.
No, I wasn't saying that for that. I was just telling you about
No, I know because of that whole presentation shit. But it's like, dog, when Ashlee came over there to sell them purses, that Mary Kay lady got so fucking mad because it was like presentation over. Remember we started eating? Bitch, we here to eat. The fuck, we ain't really here to buy this shit. You should have let us eat first and then did all this shit. We probably would have bought something.
I'm so sick of you.
No presentation on no empty stomach.
No, you can't, because all we worried about is eating. That don't make no sense.
You can't tell me to come to your house, especially to my presentation, and you expect us to do this first and not eat. We're at a house. Like, this ain't no fucking conference hall. And the food is sitting right in front of us. Like, that's her. And remember she kept telling us don't eat. Like, bitch, you know what? After 3 times, I'm clearly hungry.
Right. Honey.
Ashlee coming in there with them purses saved the day.
But now I was screaming and laughing the other day because I realized I feel like you and Black been cussing each other out since y'all met.
We have. I think that's just the nature of our relationship. You just figure this motherfucker say something to get on your nerves. Let me just get in front of it now.
Wait a minute, that clip
video, huh?
That clip with you reaching,
yes.
Was it behind my head or Seneca head?
I was just about to say that clip is so ignorant. Every single clip though that you have of me in this new video, especially the ones from Podcastic, is so fucking ignorant. Because you literally got me in that chair leaning back. Dog.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
And then I come up, that whole show I told you was a mess. Because I literally was so comfortable in that chair, I did not realize how much I was leaning back and coming forward. I was too comfortable. But you put that in that clip, and it was just so ghetto. It's like I really don't be realizing I say this shit until it comes out. And then it's like a lot of times you will cut the shit up and I'd be like, man, what was I thinking? Like, I don't know. But it's my innermost feelings. It's how I really feel. I don't take none of this shit back. And I don't know if the world might think like me and Black is harsh to one another, but that is really just how our relationship has been forever. And it's not even like we don't be serious. Remember you called my car a piece of shit and sat on it. Ooh, my God. He's always
really ridiculous.
It is.
It's very ridiculous. This is where we're at. Yeah, them clips is funny.
Shut the fuck up like that. I'm like, well, shut the fuck up. He was so caught off guard, and here you is just laughing. Ooh, and
I
Seneca
had
just
to share both of them sports talk clips. So because I had to do yours twice, I had to do the other ones twice too to balance out the video. Give 2 clips of each show. But I had to do the last 2 episodes snippets of
but
sports
it's
talk.
like crazy because okay, you got vitamin D, and then the rest of it, oh, okay, and Love and Success.
Mm-hmm.
But then the rest of it is our shit. I mean, you on everything really but vitamin D, and you be on some of them episodes. Well, you don't come on sports talk because what the fuck is you gonna talk about?
Shit,
They're
I will
confused,
be so confused.
right?
Shit.
But it's like when I was like, oh my god, it's like you do the Rants and Robes clip. Here I am talking shit. You do the fucking sports talks clips, the
You
shady
talking shit.
shenanigans clip. I'm like, my god, like why am I like this? And it's Jesus' fault, so I don't, feel a certain type of way because this is how God made me. But
Honey, you literally are talking shit in every clip.
every clip, not you said Miles was tickled.
Honey, Miles was over there screaming. I'm like, you know what? This is just
Not screaming. Yeah. Miles.
Miles almost came out his jacket. I said that would be talking shit.
Listen, Miles is the funniest to me when he don't be on the show, but he be in the background talking. Oh my god, he be the funniest. Like Miles, just get on the mic. That day, Ken was there and he was raising his hand in the background.
Honey, but see, I asked myself, not for real though, like everybody I know, everybody in some
Yes,
form or fashion is very
it's
ridiculous, and
funny
I
as
don't
fuck.
understand.
Yes. Man, not it. That shit really is true. That shit really is true.
Honey,
That
Billy
show with
T,
Ken was so good, but
it
I
was good.
literally started getting so frustrated and stressed out. Like I could feel my blood pressure rising when you
Because of the
started reading the
propaganda.
propaganda.
The fact that you keep calling propaganda.
But the fact that Miles was getting pissed off too, he almost came on the show. Fuck that. But
Turned his
yes,
camera on and went on the tangent.
before you started, oh, this teared me up. Before you even started Shade and Shenanigans, when it was just y'all at first, when you used to do the show, um, and Miles used to be in the background, that shit really used to crack me up. Like I loved whoever this is funny as fuck. That day he had Big Fella boiling when he kept saying fuck Ferndale or Royal Oak or some shit like that. Dog. I'm like, who is this?
These shows be so ignorant, honey.
Yes, yes. You do know a good, funny crowd of people.
I don't know why though. No, fuck you. You've never met Billy T, have you,
Yeah, I've like seen him.
honey?
Yeah, shows. I haven't met him in person.
He used to come over here talking shit about shit going on the block, and he would be loud.
My kind of person. My kind of person.
I
Y'all
mean,
used
he
to
would
be on
just
that.
start going off.
Yeah, and do the. I remember you used to go live on the porch with him and have porch talk.
Honey, nobody has any sense. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you the truth. Yeah, nobody.
Man, when this first started though, that is so crazy because you did literally start on your porch, and then remember you start going to the parks and stuff.
Yeah, I really like the parks part. I really did like that as the background.
Yeah.
One of the good backgrounds, me and Kermit was talking about that shootout in Texas, that mass shooting when they was out at the concert. We did, and then we was talking about OJ and his ignorance. Because OJ been out for a little bit now, because that was years ago. OJ had just got out. He first thing this nigga want to do is something ignorant. But you know, I'm like, he just got out and he going off on people. He was going off on a doggone paparazzi. I'm like, come on, Uncle OJ, you gotta chill now. He getting put out of casinos. You gotta chill, homie. You just got out.
Remember your neighbor did the show in her 3-day-old shirt? My God. Now, honey, we know this shirt is from yesterday because it got the stain on it from when you dropped the shit on it when we was watching it. And it's in the same spot. Like, whew, what is going on here?
You doing it again.
I'm didn't you just say the show is about honesty? Did you say that?
Yes. Look
Okay.
at this at the okay.
I think I'm gonna be that administrator. For Halloween. Hey Tony on TV. I think I'm gonna be that administrator. I need to go into the beauty supply store and see if I can find me a little $9.99 wig. I was like,
You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to see if Quincy can come on Rants and Rose with us next week.
Hey, we're gonna see what kind of shit come off that phone, honey. My God.
Honey, I can only imagine your face. I'm sure that I'm going to be able to get so many ignorant snippets off of that. Like,
Oh, for real? I mean, we'll see. I just thought about that shit you sent me, and I said, my God. Oh no, I'm gonna have to download that to the thing because next week we're gonna do that shit from the podcast equipment so I can add in the sound effects. Cause I'm gonna add that shit on one of them buttons. It's gonna be like, oh no. Yes, yes I am.
oh, yeah, I'm gonna put my equipment together too. I just, yeah, that's crazy. You crazy.
Next week I'm gonna have to plug in my equipment to the computer when we do it.
Wait a minute, are you using a laptop or you
my regular mic? Yeah, it's not even plugged in, but I can
right?
plug it in and use it through the same way.
What I'm saying, are you using a Mac computer or are you using your laptop?
No, my laptop. I don't have a computer.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use, the Mac in the basement. I'm gonna use that. Eventually I'm gonna be in the basement doing it.
Yeah, no. I just plug it up the little into my
Oh,
computer.
okay,
And
that's nice.
then, so then all of the volume will then run through my roadcaster. But then I would have to have my thing on like you. And this
Okay.
fucking mic probably got to sit in my mouth.
Yeah,
But
I
I
gotta
will put it on because if we're going to have Quincy on the show, I definitely need to add the sound effects.
honey, what's it? I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what that's about. I'm gonna shoot him a text. But we've been going for an hour, 18 minutes. We can go ahead and check up out of here and start back up next week.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, make sure y'all check us out this weekend because Shade Shenanigans is 4 o'clock on Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna be having a good show. So you want to tune into that. Vitamin D still isn't back because they took 2 weeks off. And go back and watch Sports Talk. A new episode dropped today. So go ahead and watch that. And we're going to be doing this Rants and Robes here on YouTube. And it's going to stream to Twitter too. So, yeah, check us out. RockyRoadMedia.com for everything. RockyRoadMedia.com for everything. RockyRoadMedia.com for everything. And you can see the donate on the screen. We're trying to reach $200,000 to go ahead and build out our own studio and start getting, that way, not only will we have our own home, but we can begin to provide a studio home for others. So please help out with that if you can. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to catch y'all next week. See you later.